So I want to show you what it looks like to be able to analyze and visualize data using ChatGPT, using three plugins: Chat with Your Data, another one called Diagram, and Web Pilot. So I'm using data from the Arizona League of Cities and Towns website on state shared revenues. You can see I had some questions. The ChatGPT didn't know what VLT or HERF was, so we'll explain that to them. It's also asking, because I wanted to focus on Pinal counties, because that's where I live and work, in Pinal County. And so I wanted to focus on that just for my own curiosity's sake and see what we can do with it. So I'm asking it to use the plugin Web Pilot. Actually, I'm going to do is instead I'm just going to say I don't have the Pinal County data, and let's just see what happens with it, right? Let's see if it already knows what are the cities and towns within Pinal County. I'm also going to explain what VLT, Vehicle License Tax, and what HERF, which is the Highway User Revenue Fund, what those things are, and see what happens. We're asked it to build some graphs, asked it to give us some insights. Let's see what happens, what ChatGPT can do with this. I think you'll be very well surprised and very pleased with this capability. Again, I'm using a Google Sheet document to basically copy and paste from the Cities and Towns website, the league website, into this. It's all publicly available. So this is stuff you can go do in your own time too, and do it on your own and do this. For Google Sheets, you just have to make the link publicly available. But because it's already public, no worries. And look, without telling him anything, it already inferred what cities and towns were in Pinal County. It even talked too about Queen Creek, which has portions in both Pinal and Maricopa County, and infer that as well too. So I live in the Pinal County of the city of Queen Creek. The rest of Queen Creek is in Maricopa County, but it's pulling that data in. And right now it's using Chat with Your Data, and it's going to kind of give me a breakdown. It's going to put this into a chart here, which is going to list it by population. It's basically regurgitating the same thing that's already in my spreadsheet, just putting it into here into ChatGPT so we have some deep level insights and can build some charts with it. So here we have the population. I'm really curious too to see if it's going to differ for Queen Creek on the Maricopa side of the population versus the Pinal County side. I don't think it will, and no, it doesn't. 70,000, it's basically the entire population of the entire city of or town of Queen Creek. So now it's going to create some visualizations for us, right? So it's going to use this tool called Diagram, this plugin tool, one of my favorite ones for creating charts and visualizations. So right now it's going to be a bar chart. You can create line charts, pivot, any type of visualizations, scatter plots, you name it, right? And it says from the chart, we can see Maricopa and Queen Creek are the highest populations. A little bit of a misnomer because Maricopa is actually the highest population in Pinal County, because the entire city of Maricopa falls within Pinal County, where the majority of Queen Creek is in Maricopa County. So now it wants to do some more visualizations for those other types of shared revenues, right? Vehicle license tax, HERF, sales tax, income tax, and see what kind of metrics and financial metrics it can get from that. So right now it's going to use the Chat with Your Data to kind of look at the data right away, and then go right into using Diagram to visualize the data. So I don't have to use two different steps. I can tell it one step, and it will use the right plugin tool for the first step, and then immediately go to the next step of creating visualizations. So here it's using Diagram, and pretty quickly we'll be able to look at it and see what it comes up with here in a few moments. But again, super powerful tool. Highly encourage folks to start using this. A great way to visualize data. You can also just copy, instead of using a link or Google Sheets, you can also just copy and paste the data directly into the prompt and have it ask it to create the visualizations and give you the analysis that way too, if the link itself isn't working. So another way to work around it and get it. So here's it's going to go ahead, and it's using Diagram for the different types of charts that it wants to build. And here's the bar chart right here: vehicle license tax, HERF, sales tax, and income tax. Really powerful. Really hope you enjoy this. Subscribe, like, and share this content if you like it. Thank you.